I hope this is working. I hope this is working. I hear it. Okay, I hear myself. I checked. Oops. So I was talking for like 3 minutes and you guys didn't hear a thing. That's really funny. Um, so let's just start. Let's just run this back from the start so you guys can get the whole idea. I'm gonna even cue up the music again and everything that I guess you guys didn't hear. All right. All right, there we go. Put that in the background. I am streaming on OBS today. It's a different platform from Streamlabs, so I made a mistake there. It was an audio track. I didn't select the right audio track. I'm an idiot. Forgive me. But we are simulating NR2003, but immediately got to thank Lieutenant Ghost because he didn't hear the like 7 times I thanked him. Ghost came in and gifted, or didn't gift, super chatted $100. Unfortunately, it didn't show because I don't have the alert on the starting screen here. So I just want to thank Lieutenant Ghost, if he's here still, for the $100, because what an absolute madman. You guys can hear everything now? Can you guys hear the music? You should be able to hear that. I think we're good. But hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Bobby Bird, Sean, Primal Spartan. Toilets here. Brennan's here as well. Motorsport Cup Series. Is it? I'm just gonna call you Nutshell. Welcome on in, Nutshell. We are simulating Talladega. NR2003 Talladega. This is gonna be a fun one. I think you guys are gonna have a good time watching this here. Since Gary was muted, rumor in the garage is Eric Almirola is on standby for Denny Hamlin in NASCAR 25. Hi, Cheese Man. How are you, Cheese Man? Welcome on in. How's your guys' evening? I have another camera. Hold on, let me show you guys. Hi. Okay, you guys should be able to hear everything now. I had to pull up the NASCAR Talladega stage links here because I forgot what they were. I got the stage links ready because we're gonna throw cautions at the stage links. What's your question? How was my day? My day was good. You guys can hear me, right? I want to make sure one more time. What's your question? All right, yeah, you guys can hear me. All right, I just want to make sure. Now I've got like PTSD from that. That was a great career mode video. Did you enjoy that? You notice I'm not in the sim rig because, well, I don't need to be in the sim rig today because we are going to be sitting here. I'm not going to be on camera very much in this stream because we're doing like a race broadcast. So you're going to see me on camera now, and then you're going to see me on camera at the end of the race, like when we finish things up. But I've got NR2003 up. We are going to be simulating the Jacklings 500, 188 laps of racing. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know how it's going to be. I don't know. It could be crazy. It could be calm. We'll see how it goes. But the floor in the bathroom was wet. You slipped. Oh, you hit your head. Concrete. Yeah, you might have a concussion there, Brendan. You might have one of those. Especially if that headache continues. You might want to go get that looked at. Hi, Dello. How are you? Welcome on in. What's up, Nash Chevy? All right, what else do I have? Let me show you guys here. Does that work? Boom. You see NR2003? We are doing the new stage lengths, Commander. There's no fuel saving. There is no fuel saving here in NR2003. They're going to be racing this one out. So there's the chat. You guys will be, the chat's in a bit of an awkward place right now because I don't have the ticker on. The ticker will come on after the first lap. You'll see that come up. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot something very important for this ticker that I'm going to need to, let me put you guys, not that one. Hi, put you right there. I need to do something very important to get that ticker working properly. Let's go, Barry. Who do you guys got winning Talladega? That's the big question here. The AI drivers are like screw fuel saving. Exactly. The way we need it to be. The way we need it to be. All right, I just got to open a program. So I got this ticker that we're going to see all because of our boy Clable. He's streaming right now, if I'm not mistaken. He's doing some like open lobbies and stuff like that. All right, there we go. We should be good to go. Let me just reload NR2003. And then I got to pull up the mod. Cody Ware. He said it himself, Cody Ware. Hello, Kitty Fairy. Chris Buescher or an RFK car. Very valid choices right there. All right, let me pull up the caution mod. And then we'll be good to go, folks. I have made some really cool stuff that you guys are going to see throughout this stream. I'm not going to, well, if you were here last night, you would have seen some of it already. But I'm really proud of it. So I'm excited for you guys to see this right here. So I have to stream in a very different way for this because, all right, everything is ready. Drivers to your cars. Commander. Wait, will it come up if I go onto here? There it is. Commander just gifted 5. Thank you so much, Commander. What a legend. You got a question for you. How does one become like PH and get access to help make rumors for your career modes? PH just kind of weaseled himself in, to be honest. And he was just kind of like, I'm here now. And I'm like, okay, I guess you are. It was kind of weird how it happened, but it just kind of did. Is that thing going to go 5 times in a row? Just Will you get FH6, Jasper? I will not. It really doesn't seem all that appealing to me personally. So I'm not planning on getting Forza Horizon 6. All right, we're good to go. The professional tax evader. There you have it. All right. You guys ready? Should I kick things off here? I've made a pre-race like introduction, and then it'll dive into the pit lane, and then we'll do the pace lap, and we'll go green. This is, in fact, yes, an AI race. 188 laps. We're broadcasting it like it's a TV broadcast. So we're just going to let the race run through. I think we should go. We'll go over the starting grid here after we do the pre-race. Pre-race, I made a little pre-race video. It's only about a minute long, and then we'll go back and forth. We'll talk about the racing as it's happening in a TV format, but we'll also just chill and chat as well because there's 188 laps, so it's going to take a while. Anyways, let me kick things off with the pre-race show. Hopefully this works as planned. I'm going to hit this button right here. You guys ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. We are here from sunny Talladega Super Speedway for the Jack Links 500 now as we get the new debut of all new stage lengths, including a 90-plus lap stage 1 and 2 shorter stages to reduce fuel saving. But here in NR2003, you're going to see none of that fuel saving today. Just good old hard 3x3 racing. It is going to be a treat. And let's take a look at what just happened last week in Kansas.
Watch Larson, here he comes. Bell with the head of steam on the outside, gets hit by Reddick, bounces off the wall, holds on but denies Hamlin. Reddick with a huge run to the bottom of the racetrack. On the inside, digging hard. Reddick slides up in front of Larson, and the pole sitter is going to come to the line for win number 5.
What a great job by Tyler Reddick.
And there you have it. Welcome on in. Already better than Foxy says. Welcome on in. We are here from Talladega Super Speedway for 188 laps of racing. It's a beautiful sunny-ish afternoon. A few clouds here and there in the sky. Brand new stage lengths for this weekend at Talladega to reduce fuel saving amongst the Cup drivers. Stage 1 concludes at the end of lap 98. If you wonder how I'm doing it, there is one thing called auto stages in NR2003, but I'm not utilizing that because for some reason I've had issues with that and the ticker that I'm using. So all I'm doing is I'm hitting this little command key and I do exclamation point yellow on the final lap of a stage, and then that will be it. Then we'll get our stage yellow. They'll race back, they'll finish, the pace car will come out, and that'll be it. So, stage 1 concludes at the end of lap 98. Then lap 45 will be stage 2, and then we'll have another 45-lap stage. Now, here, because they're not saving fuel, you're going to see guys pitting anywhere between 30 to 40 laps on a fuel run. So that is going to make things quite interesting. And we'll take a look at our starting lineup here as well. Another cool thing is I have also downloaded a sound pack to be a bit more accurate to the actual next-gen car, not just like 2003 sounds. So that's also going to be something really cool as well. Hello, Telcontar, what's going on? Paint schemes are not accurate to this weekend. Most of them are accurate to 2026, but there's a few select ones that are not 2026.
Hello to all of our sponsors. Thank you for all you do for us and all of your support. And a big thank you to all these fantastic fans that are here today. Packed house. It's great to see. Hello to everybody watching at home. Hope everybody enjoys the race.
And you hear the radio communications right there. Looking at their starting lineup. William Byron, Kyle Larson, your front row, followed by Joey Logano and Brad Keselowski, row number 2. Cindric, Dillon, row 3. And I'll let you guys look through the rest of your starting order here. What's up, Travis? How are you? Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Has Clable not started his stream yet? Hello, Clips NFR as well. And Neptune, yeah, if we're going to do these, anytime, I'm not going to do a simulation, I don't think, every week. But anytime I do it, we're testing the waters. If the stream goes well, we're definitely going to look at streaming it more. You notice here, the 48 car, that's the 2022 scheme. I have to find a 2026 Alex Bowman car still. But outside of that, you look through the rest of the order. Daniel Suarez, I need an updated car for him as well. Josh Berry in the back there. Bubba Wallace, Chris Buescher, all in the back half of the field. Connor Zilisch, can he finally turn things around this weekend in that Red Bull 88 as well? It's been an abysmal season for him in Trackhouse Racing. Shane Van Gisbergen, Kyle Busch, all towards the back. That last row made up of 2311's Riley Herbst. Colleague Racing's number 10, Ty Dillon. Byron and Larson set the lead to field of green. Who's going to win it? Who's going to win the simulation, and then who's going to win the actual race? Can Tyler Reddick be stopped in that number 45? That's the big question here. You got Bubba Wallace. Monaco was a boring race. Absolutely. I appreciate anybody that watches Monaco episodes in my career mode. I am very thankful for it because those are the most boring races. They usually tend to be shorter episodes because of exactly that. Pace car is off. We hope the game does not crash. We hope for a smooth experience. I want your guys' bets on if the game's going to crash or not. But it's going to be 188 laps of racing here from Talladega. A ticker will come up. There is one issue I've been having with the ticker that I'll talk about when it's time. Here we go. Green flag is out, and the Jacklings 500 is underway. Kyle Larson already going to pull ahead of the number 24 of William Byron into turn 1. I have to wonder if that's orchestrated because he's going to jump right down in front of his Hendrick Motorsports teammate. It is not going to be long until we see some 3x3x3 action. The big question is, will we see the big one? If we do, at what point is that going to come? You notice the new sounds we have as well, and look at Austin Cindric with help from Chase Elliott already working his way forward. Now we're going to see some 3 wide early on. Now I don't expect these guys to get too crazy early on, but you never know, as we've got 3 wide for third place there with now Elliott, Logano, Keselowski as well as they head down this front straightaway. Kyle Larson looking to come through to lead this first and opening lap here, and you can see already on that far top line Tyler Reddick's moving forward, but Larson leads the first and opening lap here from Talladega Superspeedway. Kozlowski and Austin Dillon all the way up top. Reddick's moving forward, and so is, are we about to go 4 wide already? Denny Hamlin there in the middle lane as well as they head down this backstretch in that progressive number 11, and they are getting already after it now. Looks like they're going to be okay. They'll stay 3 wide. Carson Hocevar, Caution Hocevar, whatever you want to call him, the Hurricane as well in the conversation as they exit turn number 4, and Austin Cindric actually is going to get to the inside of Kyle Larson. You guys ready for the ticker? Let's pull up the ticker as we come through to the end of lap 1. I hope it actually works. We're going to find out. If it doesn't work, then we might actually have to restart the race, and that would be really awkward. It's not working, is it? Is the ticker not going to work? Is it really just going to decide not to work for some reason? Isn't that beautiful? Hold on. We might have to run this back, boys. We got to hit the pause button. That is not Clable. No, that's not Clable's new ticker. Sorry, I meant his older one. Oh my goodness. It ain't working. I love this. All right, pause. We're going to have to restart it. So I was about to say there's one issue with this ticker where you don't see the lap count, but now the issue is you don't see anything. So I have a way of bringing up the lap count, which is easy right there. Don't worry. Okay, hold on. All right, we're going to have to back out here. We're going to have to restart. Thankfully, that's why you got to bring up the ticker early so we don't waste time. Hold on, let me show you guys this again because I got to back out of the game. My apologies, although it's not really my fault. It's just sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We'll try this once again. In the meantime, you guys tell me how your day's going. Isn't O'Reilly, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't the O'Reilly series qualifying currently? I could be wrong. I could have sworn I saw something about that. But it looks like tomorrow, I want to do a watch along for the O'Reilly race. Oh, they're already on a rain delay? I want to do a watch along tomorrow, but oh wait, you mean the stream's already on a rain delay? It looks like it's going to be a ton of rain tomorrow, which is what I'm concerned about. So I don't know if I want to commit to doing a watch along. Okay, I'm going back in to NR2003 now. We're going to actually, I know exactly how we're going to test this here. All right, so I'm going to load into the race. And then I'm going to do this one thing really quick. I'm going to pull up the caution mod. Make sure that works. It shows, the ticker shows that it's got all the drivers in, so it should not be an issue. But it looks like it might be an issue. All right, here's what we're going to do. Just to make sure that we don't waste any time, I'm going to load back in. I'm going to show you guys the ticker here. So what we want to see on this ticker is, I wonder if I need to refresh the browser, because there's, yeah, so you see this stuff right here, all these names that are connected. That's what you want to see. That's what we need to see. I'm going to refresh this all and see if that'll get it working. It should be coming up right here. But it's still not coming up. Okay. This is supposed to work without any issues, I promise you. But of course, as soon as I hit a stream button, it decides it's no longer going to work. All right, hold on. We got to try this one more time. Worst case scenario, we just run it with the basic ticker. It'll be fine, but I would rather not do that. But if we have to do that, it is what it is. Let me go back in here. Oh, I know what we should do. Okay. Make sure we leave this game. Hi, Joshua. How are you? We're having a few technical difficulties. I did see the EF4. tornado. Yes, that was absolutely wild, unfortunately. I was watching that live as it happened. All right, let's see if this is doing anything at all.
Drivers, to your cars.
Still nothing, huh? Still nothing. What in the world would cause this to suddenly not work? Especially when it's pulling up the it's pulling up all these guys here. This is supposed to work when it does this. So I'm a little bit confused. All right, here's what we'll do real quick. Simulate a couple laps and see if it kicks in. Sometimes if you do that, chat, if this doesn't work, we'll just simulate it without the ticker, and then we'll do like old-fashioned ticker or something like that. We'll give it one more shot. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, and we'll get it fixed for next time. However, I might have to reach out to Clable because I've had no issues with this until suddenly now it's like, you know what? I got you because I ain't working anymore. Yeah, I don't really care that much about having a ticker. That's why we're just going to do one more time. So we'll leave one final time. And if she don't work, it is what it is. All right. NR2003. I can't see my ticker over here. Okay. Do you guys think it's going to work? Let's see. One more shot. If it doesn't work here, we'll just run it without the ticker. And then we'll, because we don't need to waste time. Usually you'll see some text come up on the ticker at the start, and it's like waiting for driver info, which I'm, again, not seeing. So I'm going to assume that it's not going to work.
Drivers.
All right, it's not going to work, boys. We might try later bringing it up throughout the race and just see if it decides to kick in, because we do have the ability to do that. Because see that? I can just turn the clicker. I can turn the ticker off. It did work. It worked in the host of our video without any single issue, which is why I'm confused. Because nothing has changed. Nothing has changed since that happened. All right. What we're going to do then is restart the game, and then we'll be good. We're just going to run it. We're just going to run it as is without the ticker. My apologies on that. Nothing I can really do. But now we're just going to restart the game, run it without the ticker, and we're going to have some fun. Blame Clable. Don't do that. Okay, I'm pulling up. Watch it work. Watch it work on the attempt where we just said screw it. All right, you guys will see here in just a second. Loading into the race. All right, we're ready to roll. The ticker is rage baiting. All right, we're not going to use the ticker now. Unfortunately, I'll have to reach out to Clable because it should work without a single issue. But let's dive in. All right, 188 laps again. This is, no matter what happens, it runs from here on out. Let me just simulate straight to the action. We're going to have a new starting grid. I'll go through the starting grid. All right, there we go. That's perfect right there. So we're going to have to do a custom... Oh, Cindric's on pole. We're going to have to do a custom ticker, or not custom ticker, but the base game ticker. So you'll see that there. I'm car number 70. That doesn't worry. Doesn't matter.
It's a beautiful day for a race. So remember, just like we spoke about, it's all about the details, making things a non-issue today. Nice and smooth on the fuel, nice and smooth on the lug nuts, nice and smooth on the racetrack and the pit calls. Earl, you do a good job up there, and I think we're all in store for a fantastic day.
There you hear it. All right. So there you have it. The chat's going to be in a weird spot because the ticker was supposed to be working. So if I bring up the ticker now, yeah, you can see. Still not working. I think it'll be funny if it just suddenly starts working at some point. We're going to try and bring it up a few times here and there and see if it actually kicks in. Because you never know it. There's a chance. There's a chance it might actually end up working. Wait a second. Source clone. Am I supposed to have... Hold on. I might... Let me hit pause. Let me hit pause. You guys are going to see everything go away for a second. I think I might need to hit this button right here. Did that do anything? No. Okay, we're good. All right, let's run it. I thought I might have accidentally hid an option and that was doing it. All right, here we go. Why are you using Claypool's old ticker? I like the modern ticker more. Like, the new ticker he made was really cool, but I like the more modern one. Yeah, I'm aware of that one, not Matty D, but I didn't plan on using it, so I didn't download it. I've used those ones in the past, and they were pretty cool. But for tonight, we'll just use the base game ticker due to technical difficulties. It's not the end of the world. All I got to do is hit a key, and then we go down, down, down. So you'll see top 10. The positions will update. Top 10, 11th through 20th, 21st through 30th, 30th through the rest of the field. Again, stage 1 comes to a conclusion at the end of lap 98. Stage 2 ends conclusion lap 45 of that stage, and then we'll have a 45 lap stage 3. We're ready to go racing finally in Talladega. Here we go. Austin Cindric, Kyle Larson set to lead the field to green. We take that green flag, and they will lead us down towards turn number 1. 188 laps of racing here from Talladega. Sean, we have got... I think 36 is the official number as Kyle Larson leads the field. We've already got 3 wide. Christopher Bell getting the elbows out right off the bat. Chase Elliott there. A bit of a gap between that number 9 and that number 11 of Denny Hamlin as we head down this back straightaway. What's going on, Matthew? Welcome on in. How are you? Larson already all the way to the outside. Let's get a 21 car. And unfortunately for Josh Berry, he is all the way at the back right now. But as you guys know, Talladega Superspeedway, anybody can win this race. And we have already, on this opening lap, got 4 rows of 3 wide as they head down this front stretch. And here comes your 2022 spring winner, Ross Chastain, to the lead. 4 wide through the tri-oval, ending lap 1. Kaz with the $2.
At Cause 110 donated $2. Super chat. Hey Gary, my girlfriend watches your videos.
She watches my videos. Big shout out to Kaz and Kaz's girlfriend. Thank you so much, Kaz, for the $2. Appreciate you as always. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you here. Thank you so much for your generosity. Chastain leads down this back straightaway. Denny Hamlin making a move. Kyle Larson started P2, and he's not even in the top 10 anymore now. As I am curious, is the ticker working? No, it's not. Okay, we'll get rid of that ticker. We'll pull up the old-fashioned ticker instead. There you guys go. You can now see your top 10 through 20th, through 30th, through 40, or through 36 as well, as Ross Chastain in control early on. Huskers is mildly sober. 4 wide. Here comes Connor Zilish and the Red Bull number 88 as well into the conversation. Now, it's been an absolutely abysmal rookie season for Connor Zilisch. But of course, the big talk is not just how abysmal it's been for him. The talk has really been how abysmal Trackhouse has been this season. It has not been pretty. We have got several rows of 3 wide, including up front. Bowman to the inside. We might even see 4 wide in the middle of the pack right now. The 71 of Michael McDowell up here in the conversation. In the middle there, you got the number 60 of Ryan Preece with Austin Dillon and Busher. 2 of the RFK cars right there in the conversation. And these guys, they are not holding back early on now. Everyone trying to get position early as they head down into turn 1. And here comes Connor Zilisch. Connor Zilisch, your Cup Series Rookie of the Year, no matter what. He's the lone rookie to the lead here with help from a former Talladega winner of that number 47 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Gregson's going to pull out a line. Oh, we got a crash in the back. We got a crash. Multiple cars already involved. Kyle Larson, Gibbs, Briscoe, as well as Van Gisbergen and Bell all catch a piece of it now, and that is not what I expected early on. Is there damage on the number 7 of Daniel Suarez? Looks like the 6 and the 8, they all get through clean, but the 5, Kyle Larson, it looks like already, oh, my dad's not going to be happy about this one. It looks like it might be day over for Kyle Larson. I think he's stuck. There he goes to the pits. Kyle Larson's not destroyed. I don't think anybody got major damage here. We'll get a replay, of course, momentarily now as the field's going to come back and catch up to the pace car. And in all the test runs I've done of this simulation, I have not ever seen a crash in the first 50 laps. And now we actually sim it, and we have a crash on lap 5. How about that? I do as well with this mod I'm running. We have double file restarts, but we also have disabled collisions under caution, because there can be a lot of caution issues with the AI, and same for the pit lane. But we'll get a look at what just happened to the number 5 of Kyle Larson. Has started P2, and now it looks like Kyle Larson might be done, or at least significantly damaged. Let's take a look at what happened to this number 5. Did it start with Larson or did it start somewhere else? We'll just watch all the way from the run here in turn 1 down the back straightaway. I'm not sure if it started here or what, but they were 4 wide. We'll get some other angles of it, of course, now, but just trying to get an idea of where it even started. And as they go down the... Oh, no, Kyle Larson. Innocent bystander is what that one looks like. This might be a little bit loud here. Ignore the sounds because it's supposed to be broadcast sounds that you're hearing. But we are going to go on board. And it looks like right here, the 6, I mean, this is just 4 wide racing. The 6 and the 19. Right there, the contact starts. Oh! I don't think anybody got major damage out of that. Take a look at the wreck avoid instead of the 21. Oh, we got a piece of it. Uh-oh. Did my game just crash? My game just crashed. The game just crashed, chat. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? NR2003, are you kidding me? I'm already annoyed with this game. Why would the game crash? Ay. Do we run it back? Do we try again? How many laps did we do? We did it, what, 5 laps, right? I guess it's not the end of the world. If the game crashes again, then we're going to call it and we'll do something else for tonight. We'll do some NASCAR 25 or something. We'll give it one more shot. We only did 5 laps. Dang it, man. That's what happens till Contar, or not till Contar. Brennan, 23-year-old game. Exactly. Oh, I love this. I love this stuff. All right, hold on. Let me go back here. We got to pull up the caution mod one more time. Shout out to NR2003, everybody. Can I make it a 183 lap race? All right. I am very curious what caused that crash. That's the first crash I've had since I've re-downloaded the game. Skip to lap 5. What if we have a crash? What if we have a crash, Neptune? Here's what we're going to do. We'll get back rolling. Kyle Larson's back up front. We'll get back rolling. If we have a crash again, we'll just do some NASCAR 25 or something. But we'll give it one more shot because of the fact that we had only done 5 laps, so it's not the end of the world. Hi, Austin. Are you going to be on Discord tonight? Ticker not working. Whenever Clable goes live, if he goes live, I need you guys to go tell him. I say, hey, Goen's ticker ain't working for some reason. I've done everything I'm supposed to do. I've started all the programs the way I'm supposed to start them. You got to start the programs before you open the game. Done that. We'll give this one more shot. Let's hope for the best. 2 things have happened tonight for the first time since I've re-downloaded the game. Number 1, the ticker decided not to work when I go live. Number 2, the game crashed. Place your bets now. What's going to happen first? A game crash or a race crash? Let's find out. All right, attempt number 2. No matter what happens, this is the final attempt because if the game crashes, we're just going to do NASCAR 25 or something. All right, here we go. Let's try this one final time. 188 laps. Again, if Talladega. I'm not going to get too excited this time because we don't know. But we're green nonetheless. And Kyle Larson leads the field back to green. And look at that spread between the 48 and the 9 of Chase Elliott as they head down into turn number 1. Alex Bowman, his 3rd race back from Vertigo. And here he is up front on this opening lap. What do you guys think of the next-gen sounds, by the way? I think they're actually pretty good. It's this little sound pack I downloaded just a few days ago as they head down this front straightaway. And a lot calmer start compared to what we just had on the failed attempt a few minutes ago. Larson comes through to lead lap 1. Tyler Reddick up here to the conversation as well. You got all of Hendrick Motorsports pretty well except for the 24 up here. Carson Hocevar right here on the conversation as well. What does that say? Verta stop Bowman from going. Oh my God. We got some 3 wide as they head down this back straightaway. Reddick needs a little bit of help on that inside, all on his own. His boss man, Denny Hamlin's going to stick with the 77 of Carson Hocevar and Kyle Larson as they'll head down this front straightaway. And here we go. We saw a lot of 4 wide right off the bat on that last attempt. But this time out, it's really just some 3 wide action as they come through this tri-oval. Now, one thing as well is, every time you do a race in NR2003, even if it's the exact same race, every driver has a range of a rating for everything from, how they perform on a super speedway to where they finish to qualifying. And their aggression rating has a range from an 80 to 100. So something as well that can happen is everyone can get a little bit lower of an aggression rating when we restart the race, and therefore they might not be as insane. They might not be going for the 4 wide moves. There will be some 4 wide, I'm sure, but right now Riley Herbst is leading briefly until Chastain dethrones him, but it is 3 by 3 by 3 through the entire pack. Josh Berry at the very back as Chastain moves up. If you're an RFK fan, if you are a Commander, you are happy because here comes Chris Buescher at the line, leads the lap, credited with leading lap 3 of this race is the number 17 of Chris Buescher, and here we go. We got 4 wide already. Kyle Busch just forced the issue on the 34 of Gilliland. Kyle Larson needs to watch out again. He could be in the danger zone in that HendrickCars.com Chevrolet. Kyle Larson once again starting up front, heading in the wrong direction. Carson Hocevar 4 wide with his teammate there of Michael McDowell, but looks like all is calm. I say calm. It's clean. They get just about back to 3 wide if the 5 and the 77 can get sorted here, and it looks like they will. There you go. Connor Zilisch back up front. Kyle Busch, that was a close call right there. The 88 swipes across the nose of the 8, and now Busch might be in a 4 wide scenario. No, he will not, but the 17 of Buescher is going to find himself in that scenario. These guys are racing absolutely insane for just the 5th lap of this race. We have still got 90 plus laps of racing here in stage 1. We're going to see, of course, green flag pit stop potential if we stay green into beyond lap 30 of this stage as well. It's going to be a 2-stop stage. That's absolutely wild to think that we're going to have at least 2 pit stops here in stage number 1. Don't give up hope yet, Sean. You never know. That might have been a fluke. That crash might have been a fluke. We might actually, get a nice smooth race here throughout the remainder. We'll see. We'll see. Let's hope for the best. Great pack racing, absolutely. If only next gen could put this kind of pack racing on. It's got that Gen 6 kind of roots here inside this mod. As we see still 4 wide. Look at all the spread. They go all the way up to that outside wall. But, I mean, everyone kind of condenses off the corner, which is why we see some of these crashes here now as Connor Zilisch leads over, how about the 41 of Cole Custer up there into the conversation. But as we know as well, positions are going to jockey, back and forth all race long. So, wherever you're running right now doesn't really matter. It's all about the end of the stages. And as well, of course, when we come down to the checkered flag at the end of lap 188 as Cole Custer and Haas Factory Team come through to lead lap 6 as we come on to lap 7. Kyle Larson's in the background, 4 wide. I feel like every time there's 4 wide, it's Kyle Larson and it's the 77 of Carson Hocevar now. It's just like they all want to be 4 wide here now as you can see that momentum shifting to that outside line down this back straightaway as well. And Connor Zilisch has actually jumped up there. They're kind of all over the place. A little bit of organization failing right there, but now they go back down to 3 wide. Everyone kind of calming down just a little bit here finally. If Tyler Reddick can win in video games in 5 wins in 9 races, he's going to win the championship. We'll see about that with that chase format. No guarantees. No guarantees with that chase format. Speaking of Tyler Reddick, all the way in that 3rd lane in the back. And Josh Berry, yeah, Josh Berry's moved up from the back. That's the beauty of these super speedways. Doesn't matter where you start, you're going to have an opportunity. And now you see Daniel Suarez make a move. We're going to go 3 wide for the lead here into turn 3. And then Josh Berry's got a decision to make. And he looks like he's going to go to this middle lane. As Stenhouse, a bit of a moment there in the back with the 54 of Ty Gibbs there nearly coming together. But we have made it much further than we did on that last attempt where we had a crash early on. Cole Custer is all on his own now. He's got some help from that number 19. And at the line, Daniel Suarez, I believe, leads the lap. Yes, he does, and that number 7. Hello, PH. How are you? I watched your sim at Kansas. Thank you. And from that sim video we did in Kansas, we had the simulation predict that Tyler Reddick was going to win. And, well, what happened? Tyler Reddick won that race. Now, I'm not saying we're going to get it right here with Talladega because Talladega is just so unpredictable, but Josh Berry to the lead here in Talladega as they head down into this trial. Look at that beautiful number 3 car there of Austin Dillon's Bass Pro Shops, Kevin Harvick inspired, good wrench scheme from back in the day. In my opinion, vote for one of the best paint schemes of the entire season with that number 3. And now here comes Christopher Bell, Joey Logano, Actually, Bell's going to jerk out to the inside of that number 21. Josh Berry just got hung wide open. And with help from Logano, Logano's going to force it 3 down this back straightaway into turn 3. And now Berry's going to be all alone on that third lane. He's going to have help from Suarez, who's about 3 to 4 car lengths back. And now Joey Logano, he'll take the lead of this race here from Talladega now early on as we come through just to the end of lap 10. Here comes Hurricane Hocevar into the conversation as well as he looks to take an early control of this race. But what we've already seen in 10 laps is nobody can really control the pace here now. It's just a constant, shuffling of position. Someone gets to the lead, they kind of drop down, and then they move up, and then somebody else comes through as well. And now Joey Logano has got control over both the Chevrolets there. Spire 77 of Carson Hocevar, the Alex Bowman Hendrick Motorsports number 48 Chevrolet as well to the back of the number 22 into turn 3. Should we do a ticker test? Not working. Dang it, Clable. Let's give credit to Joey Logano. He's actually maintaining the lead here, and we got more 4 wide action. You got Nemechek, Busch, Hamlin, and now Austin Dillon on that far outside. Austin Dillon right up against the wall. That could have gotten hairy right there, but Joey Logano, give that 22 a little bit of credit while I say he was leading, but here comes the 34 of Todd Gilliland to the inside of that 22 into turn number 3. And I mean, I don't expect the race to look like this by the time we get down to the end of it, because, no matter what, especially if we see, if we see some green flag pit stops, we're probably going to see some cars pick up some damage through green flag pit stops, cars running into each other. There's going to be some cars that fall off the pack, and then the pack's going to run them down, and things are going to get awkward then as well and cause some checkups. So we have no guaranteed cautions outside of the stage yellow. So things are going to be interesting. It'll be interesting just to see what the complexion of this race looks like, because unlike real life, as they're continuing to go 4 wide here, unlike real life, we are going to see pit stops in stage 2 and in stage 3. At least we should. Of course, in real life, they're not going to have to do that. So, my goodness, that got really close right there in the middle of the pack with the 1 and the 48. We nearly had the big one right there as they head down this front straightaway. Tyler Reddick up front, but here comes Kyle Larson back into the conversation. We saw him drop down the order early on, but here he arrives back on the scene. So many laps here in this opening stage. 98 laps in stage 1. And if you missed it earlier, how I bring out a yellow, I'm not going to do it, but I just hit this command key and then I type in ! yellow. They'll then race to the end of the lap. And that will be the end of the stage. And of course, we have automatic cautions on, but obviously I don't have auto stages on because I couldn't get that properly working with the ticker. I guess it didn't matter at the end of the day because the ticker decided it wasn't going to work for us. Look at this, more 4 wide down the front straightaway. What lap do you guys think we're going to see our first yellow here? That's not a stage caution anyways. Cody Ware up here on the conversation. Let's hope he doesn't spin himself out and alter the outcome of the race with a tire failure. Lap 20, 50, 32. We are on lap 15. I think Huskers might be onto something. I've played enough NR2003 to know that there is a good chance we could see a yellow come out during the pit cycle. I'm going to go lap. I'm going to go long here. I'm going long here. I'm going lap 123, the first caution for cause. I'm going late. I know we had a caution on lap 4 on the first attempt before the game crash, but it seems like the aggression is a little bit better here in this race. They're not too insane. They're racing hard, don't get me wrong. As I say that, we've got like 3 different rows of 4 wide right now. Barry right there in the middle. In the background, you got some 4 wide as well. And Chris Buescher goes back to the lead of this race. You got Denny Hamlin working alongside that 47 of Stenhouse. Ty Dillon's going to look to the inside now of Buescher for the lead here into turn 3. Barry's got no friends here tonight. Yeah, they're all just kind of working against him. I want to see an underdog winner here. I am all aboard seeing, you know, a 21 go to victory lane here today, or the 10 of Ty Dillon, the 43 of Eric Jones. I mean, even the 47 right there of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Could you count Allmendinger as an underdog? I mean, I would say so. A lot calmer now. He got just 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 down this back straightaway. I see that 21 making a move down from that outside to that middle lane. What's the field window from what I am aware of? And we'll know for sure, but from my experience, it's around, they should be coming anywhere between lap 30 and 35. So that's going to make things interesting if the stage ends. Stage 1 ends at the end of 98, which makes things interesting because if they go 35 laps, of course, they'll come in around 35, and then they'll come in again around, you know, lap 70. Won't be a problem then, but if they pit on the earlier side of the run, they pit around lap 30, then lap 60, well, then we're talking about a 3-stop stage at that point. So it'll be interesting, but from what I'm aware, right around lap 35 is when you should expect to see some pit stops under green here, as now Zane Smith is going to go to the lead. Very calm. It's a lot. This is kind of what it's going to look like at times IRL in stage 1 this weekend, where it's just going to be 3 by 3 by 3. But if I hit the space bar, you see how fast they're going there in the top of your screen? 204 miles per hour. When they're doing that this weekend, it'll be more like 175 miles per hour, because they're all going to be lifting and they're going to be saving fuel. Bit of 4 wide in the back again. How about Riley Herbst to the lead here? Alex Bowman as well, going to be 4 wide on the exit of turn 4. Very briefly, it looks like he's clear low now, and yes, he is clear of that 42 of John Hunter. He's going to slide down in front of him as they continue on through this tri-oval. It's going to be impossible to predict early on who's going to be a threat to win this race, because the positions just shuffle so much. Really, anybody that's up here in the conversation right now is going to have an opportunity. Clayball says Yell Ticker is not being updated anymore. That's why it's probably broken. It worked. It worked 2 days ago. So why is it not working now? Do I need to, I guess, you know what we could do? So if we simulate the next race, what's the next race? Is it Texas? If we simulate Texas, then I can work on getting Clayball's new ticker that he just put out instead. Maybe it'll work better. Try it again. Yeah, it ain't working. It worked 2 days ago. Oh well. Alright, if you guys want, I can definitely bring it in for the next stream, though. Clayball's new one, and we'll see how that holds up. Oh my goodness, big crash into turn 3. In the back, up and over goes AJ Allmendinger. Reddick's going to get a piece of it as well, and Denny Hamlin's involved. Caution is out all the way in the back of the field. I was looking at the front of the pack, and in the corner of my eye, I see a car going up and over, and AJ Allmendinger goes for a wild ride here in Talladega. Caution comes out. Let's hope the game does not crash, because this is where it crashed last time. We're about to have a crash right here. Hold on a second with the 51 and Kyle Busch with a little bit of beef. Caution is out. That was very unexpected. We had nothing but calm racing. And then boom, just like that, AJ Allmendinger, I mean, I know he flipped over, but it's NR2003. He could still continue here. Denny Hamlin got a little bit of damage. Does not look too severe. 45 as well. Front end damage, rear end damage. The 60 looks like he's got a bit of rear end damage, but nothing too major right there. We're gonna take a look, wait and see. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna look at the replay in just a moment. We're going to see if these guys come into the pits before we take a look at what in the world just went down. If I had to predict, that was probably a result of some 4-wide action on the run into turn 3. If you guys remember the first attempt we did of this race, it was a crash in towards turn 3. Just like what we saw right there, and it was 4-wide. Everybody's coming in. Everybody's coming in. So this makes it interesting now, because before we take a look at the replay, let's just do some quick math here. You can go about 35 laps on field. We're coming in lap 22, approaching 23. So they are going to be able to go to about lap 60-ish. Which makes it really interesting, because if they make it to, say, lap 60, they can go another 35 laps. It takes them to 95. That would be just a few laps before the stage is over. I don't know if they're going to quite go that far, but it's going to make things really interesting. This is the only stage where the fuel situation is going to be actually interesting. But Carson, host of our leads, it looks like Allmendinger's done. Yes, AJ Allmendinger done for the day. And as well, before we take a quick look at that replay, Denny Hamlin going to be servicing. Yet you're going to see some extra long pit stops here for the 60, the 11, the 45, all servicing their cars. They all picked up a little bit of damage under that accident now. As let's get a look here. And to be safe, I'm going to pause the sim, because that might have also been one of the reasons it crashed earlier, because we were like doing stuff on the replay. So I'm going to pause the sim, and we'll get a look at AJ Allmendinger and see what in the world. It's 4 wide. It is. Oh, I think it's the exact same scenario from earlier. The 60 and the 45 are going to come together right here. Oh, yeah. Wow. And Reddick's going to hit him one more time. Very unfortunate there. Let's take another look. I think the 97, I thought the 97 got a piece of it as well, it looked like. Shane Van Gisbergen, I could have sworn. Oh my God, no he didn't. Oh, he did. A little bit of front end damage on that 97. I'm not sure if he had a slow stop or not. It doesn't look like it. Is he still? Yeah, they did not repair that. They did not repair that 97. I'll be curious to see the speed on the 97. We know the 60, the 11, and the 45 all still getting repairs. Looks like the 11 is going to get rolling. The 45 is going to roll as well. I think the only car that had major damage was that 16. I do wonder about the 60 here, as the pace car is rolling through turn 3. But you know what we're going to do now, guys? We're going for the true broadcast experience, and I have made fake commercial breaks, okay? So we're going to go side by side under caution as we watch to see if this pace car is going to catch the 60 or not. And we're going to do a fake commercial break here with a little promo for the NASCAR 2003 My Career. The 60 is going to roll. He'll stay on the lead lap. Here we go. Our brand new NASCAR Career Mode kicks off here from the Daytona 500 2003 is underway. Now we're going to take the lead coming to the final lap of the Daytona 500, and we should have enough fuel to make it to the end here and win this thing. Caution is out. Actually, Greg Biffle just wrecked himself. Biffle just sent it into turn 3 out of nowhere.
If you're going to make a mistake, you got to make little ones. Because you can't make rookie mistakes. You look like a bunch of buffoons.
Coming out together now behind us, Matt Kenseth. Oh my goodness. He just drove under the 30. He goes sideways right in front of us. We hit him in the left rear, and we're going to turn him around in the center of 1 and 2. NASCAR has dropped the hammer, and they have suspended me. To turn 3, contact with the number 12. Around he goes. We crash together into the outside wall, and the caution's going to fly. And then Ricky Craven is the 2003 Daytona 500 champion. And there you have it. Nothing's more annoying than when Fox does a side-by-side. They'll do a full screen commercial under green, and then they're like, under caution, you know what? Let's do a side-by-side commercial. Make that make sense. That's not the only one. I got another one for later. It's like a 30-second little ad bit. You guys will see under the next yellow or something. Any chance we got a working ticker? No, we don't. I wanted I delayed this stream an extra day just so I could like do some cool stuff like that. I wanted to kind of go all in on some of the creativity here. And if we, of course, you know, do a offline league here on the channel, it's going to be along those lines. Like, well, we're going all in on the whole broadcast idea just to make it a bit more immersive and have a proper working ticker instead of this right here. Oh, this would have been so cool if this was actually working. I still don't understand why it just suddenly decided to stop working, but it is what it is. For next week, if we simulate Texas, I'll try to make sure we get a working ticker. That Klebel just recently did the old school Fox ticker that scrolls across the top of the screen. So definitely going to look at implementing that. I expect to see the lights out on the pace car right here. Starting next yellow, we'll simulate through the caution process, so we don't have to sit here and wait. But yeah, lights go out on the pace car, so we'll just wait it out here. Get ready to go green this lap. So we'll be coming back to green, lap 26. They'll double up likely into turn 3. Carson Hocevar out in front. First accident on the day, and it was what, lap 22? A few of you, someone guessed, who was it earlier, said lap 20 we were going to get the first yellow. They were just about right on the money. Yeah, maybe I could delete and reinstall the ticker. I'll definitely mess around with it before I fully move on from it, because I prefer that ticker over like the old school Fox scrolling one's cool, but I'd rather still have the tower. I like the tower mostly. Yeah, 16 flipped over, Brennan. We had another 4-wide moment. Cars into turn 3. Coming together. Up and over went the 16 of A.J. Allmendinger. First caution for cause. Still a lot of laps of racing here in stage 1. Once we get through stage 1, things kind of get a lot better. You just got to get through the first stage of, you know, the stage 1 is literally, you know, basically 2 stages if you combine stage 2 and stage 3. So a little bit longer, of course, but stage 2 and stage 3, it's going to feel like it's going to fly by because of how long this first stage is. All right, they'll start to double up, and we got Aspire Motorsports front row. Carson Hocevar still seeking that first win. Daniel Suarez, 2 wins to his name in his Cup Series career. Got dropped from Trackhouse last season, went to Spire Motorsports, and boy, has it turned out well for Daniel Suarez. A massive upgrade for him as Trackhouse continues to struggle and Spire continues to thrive and even rival Hendrick at some points throughout this season so far, especially that 77 car with the occasional 7 car showing up as well. The 71 of McDowell has been a little bit off, but as we get ready to go back green, it's going to be lap 26. Of 98 here in stage 1 as we take the green flag one more time. And one thing we got to pay attention to right there, it seems like that second lane on the start and now this restart can get a little bit better of a launch. However, Suarez does not clear the 77, so I say that, but the inside line is going to prevail. Now we'll have to watch out throughout this field. Let's take a look in the back. These 3 guys right here, I'm worried about these 3 cars. They were involved in the accident. Will they have enough speed to maintain contact with the pack? Right off the bat, I would say no. It looks like they're kind of lacking a little bit, and they're not going to work together. Yeah, they are going to be interesting. They could be obstacles as this race continues on and present even more challenges for this pack throughout the day. I didn't really think they got significant damage, but it seems like to me maybe they do. Of course, there will be more pit stops. They can have an opportunity to get more repairs done on the number 11, the number 45, the number 60 as well. But we're back to 3 wide racing here as Alex Bowman's got control over the number 54 of Ty Gibbs as they'll head down this back straightaway, lap 27. Looking in the back there, and you can see the 11, the 45, the 60 all in a lane together, but clearly lacking some speed. Let's do a speed comparison. 205 into turn 3 for the 48, and for these guys here, we're talking a 10-mile-per-hour difference between Hamlin, the 45, the 60, and the rest of the pack. And as well, what's happening back here? Joey Logano seems to be a little bit off the pace with the 97 of Van Gisbergen. That's interesting. The 97 did pick up some damage on that caution as well. As here comes Kyle Larson, looking to go 4 wide. I think Logano might have just got stuck behind the 97. That's why he's back there as we continue to see some 4 wide again. Did you guys not learn your lesson? Out of turn 2, Alex Bowman on that far outside now, and you've got Hocevar, who was leading just a few laps ago, right there on the conversation with Buescher. And look at that inside line moving right now as we head down into turn 3, and they're going to continue 4 wide right in the middle of this pack. Hello, Aiden Anderson. How are you? Welcome on in. Joey Logano has passed the 97, has driven right up to the back of the pack. Van Gisbergen is definitely down on speed, but I think, because keep in mind, he pitted, but they did not do any repairs. We still saw the damage on that 97's front end. So Van Gisbergen, I mean, he's holding a decent pace right now. On his own. I mean, he's kind of holding on to the tail end of this main pack. So I think if the 97 can spend a few seconds and get a repair, there's going to be enough speed in that 97 to still maintain. But of course, we don't know about the 11, the 45, and the 60. It's very up in the air for those guys. As Josh Berry, he's going to find himself again back up front now in that number 21 Motorcraft Ford Mustang here for Wood Brothers Racing. I remember the scooter accident, Mom. I remember that. Oh, we had an issue in the back. There was an issue in the back right there. The 7 and the 77 moment there. Looks like we stayed green. Everyone's good. But there was a very, very brief moment. Someone swerved across the racetrack. We'll get an immediate look now. Let's make sure we pause just in case there's some chaos on the way. We don't want to miss it now. That's 77 of Carson Hocevar. Just had a huge moment there in turn 3. What game is this? Hi, Dylan Gooden. It's NR2003. Are you kidding me? They saved it. They saved it. 4 wide again, and we see the issues with going 4 wide here. Well, we just got away with one. We just got away with one there. My goodness. Ryan Blaney to the lead. So now the question is, Hocevar is right at the tail end of that pack. Alex Bowman has dropped back to the 97 of Shane Van Gisbergen. It might be a good thing. It might be a good thing that just happened because it takes a few cars out of this main pack and allows things to maybe calm down. Oh, we got a big crash into the tri-oval. The big one. Terrible accident. Chase Elliott's up and over. His life might be over as well. Oh my goodness, Bowman's involved, and that might be the biggest commentator's jinx you've ever seen in your life. Chase Elliott Violent crash. Alex Bowman, Hendrick Motorsports. Oh my goodness. Denny Hamlin, Priest, and Reddick show up on the scene 20 minutes later and decide to make their days worse. And Daniel Suarez is drunked. The 19 of Briscoe is drunked. And everybody's drunked. Who's that right there? Is that the 41? Cole Custer. Oh my goodness. This is only stage 1. And we have just wiped out, I think, half the field. This caution is going to change the entire complexion of how this race is going to play out. How many cars are even not damaged? Everybody up front's fine. It started right in the middle. It looks like Stenhouse, I would say Stenhouse on back, has all picked up some degree of damage. The 20 looks okay, the 71. There's not as many destroyed cars as I thought, but this will take, of course, we will be getting another look at that. And my goodness, we're going to have some cars now that are going to be slower and in the way of the pack, which is going to just create potential for two things. It's going to allow the main pack to separate because they'll have to work their way around. But the other obstacle is it can create more crashes. As Carson Hocevar, I'm telling you what, Carson Hocevar, he's going to be glad that moment happened a few laps prior because it took him out of the main pack. Van Gisbergen, I think, got another piece of this one. See some damage there on the 97. Elliott definitely flipped. That was a massive flip for the number 9. Chase Briscoe. Chase Briscoe still limping it around. Let's take a look immediately. We've already got several DNFs. The 38 of Zane Smith out of the race. The 51 of Cody Ware out as well. The 41 with a header gone. The 9 is out. And, of course, Allmendinger already out. Alex Bowman scored a lap down. I imagine he's going to be out of this race as well. Chase Briscoe, obviously, that's going to be a race ender for him as he's limping it back into the pits. Ryan Blaney leads. We have had 2 flips here. Several cars in the pits here. Daniel Suarez with major damage. Priest with major damage. Hamlin major damage. Reddick, good chunk of damage. Actually, that 48 might be raceable. That might be raceable. And the 19 comes to rest there. All right. Wow. Let's get a look. Let's get a look at already the second yellow for cause, which started in the trial. Well, I did not expect this to happen. I was just talking about how it was going to calm down, and as soon as I said it was going to calm down, they were wrecking in the tri-oval. And it started somewhere right in here with the 9. I'm very curious to see how this actually started. I don't even... Oh, the 19 blew up. Oh my God. There's another part to this crash we'll look at after. The 19 blows up. Chase Briscoe loses an engine in the middle of the pack. And he just hooks it left. He hooks it to the left and wipes out everybody. I mean, my man. Oh my goodness. Huge impact for the 7 of Daniels. This would be a red flag if it was real life. We'll go on board with the 9. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, there you have it. It was not racing. It was not a racing moment that caused that one. It was a blown engine out of the 19, wipes out the 42 and the 17, and just nowhere to go for those guys on the top. Oh my goodness, Alex Bowman plows in. Watch this. It's not over. Here comes the 60, the 11, and the 45 who said, we want in. We want in on this one. Oh, Jesus. And they're all destroyed as well. NR2003, everybody. All right. Well, let's, what do we... Oh, this is not live. I was like, what? Let's, simulate into the 1 lap to green. There we go. Look at the DNFs. We have got only 25 cars left after that. The 38 of Zane Smith, the 51 of Cody Ware, Ryan Preece, Suarez, Hamlin, Briscoe was a piston failure, which we saw, of course. The 45 of Reddick will not get his 6th win of the season. Former Talladega winner of this race, by the way. Cole Custer, Alex Bowman, and now Chase Elliott and AJ Allmendinger all out. 25 cars remain after 35 laps. Now, here's the one positive, if you can find it. This race is probably going to calm down a lot because 25 cars, I don't think you're going to see a ton of the 4 wide action now. It's probably going to be a lot calmer. All right, let's take a really quick look before we go green. Who's got damage? 47 has damage. 42 is going to be slow. No rear bumper. 17 looks okay. 35 looks all right. 77 looks all right. The 97, maybe a little bit of rear end damage. Can't tell, but it looks like there's still a bit of front end damage on the 97, but for the most part, it looks like everybody, just about everybody that was involved is out of the race. They all got significant damage out of that. So now we're going to have a very interesting dynamic as we retake the green flag. You're going to have drivers, you're going to have some of these fast cars, but you're also going to have some underdogs that have just gotten way more of an opportunity to fight here today in Talladega. We're back underway. Lap 36. If you're just tuning in, we just got done with the massive, massive crash, including your 2020 Cup Series champ, Chase Elliott, going up and over after the number 19 of Chase Briscoe had a piston failure in the middle of the tri-oval, veered left, wiped out a few competitors, including the 17 and the 42, and they all piled in. And now as we are back green, is the ticker working? Nope, no ticker. Nope, ticker don't work. Now we are going to see as we go, yeah, look at this right here. So the 47, the 42, they are lacking some speed. It looks like, oh yeah, the 35 must have some damage. Has he got damage on the front bumper? He does. The hood's up a little bit. That hood is a little bit raised up. Busher, we know, has some damage. He was collected in it. The 97 of Van Gisbergen. So you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cars that are going to be worse for wear on this racetrack. That really makes it only 21 competitive cars remaining in this race after just 36 complete laps. This main pack right here, still enough cars to wreck half the field, I guess. That's, you know, there's still enough cars here to have a big crash. But there's only 21 competitive cars remaining. But the obstacle is, and I'd tell you, I'm surprised they have not repaired this 97, because it's clear that even with the damage, SVG still has some half-decent speed. But what's going to happen here is this main pack, eventually, they're going to run down, especially these two, the 42 and the 47. These guys are really, really slow right now, 184 miles per hour on the 47. So this main pack is going to run down these guys, and that's going to create an obstacle, and that could really, really make things interesting as well. Who's still got a driver in this, or is your favorite driver out? 7 is out. Daniel Suarez has DNF'd. He might have been able to keep racing after the original crash, but then Ryan Preece, Denny Hamlin, and Tyler Reddick all decided to pile into the 7 about 10 seconds, 15 seconds after the crash had even occurred. Now, I love seeing the big one like that. I love that. But I don't want it to happen that early, you know? I want it to be like 10 laps to go, 15 laps to go when that happens. Not on lap 30, like we just saw. But that makes things now left of, let's look who's left in this race that's competitive. You got Bell, you got Hocevar, you got McDowell, you got Zilish, Barry still good, Ty Dillon, Kyle Larson's just fine, Ross Chastain, Ty Gibbs, Gregson, Cindric, Jones, Wallace, Dillon, Austin Dillon, that is. Both the Dillon brothers are in good shape. Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Kyle Busch, Todd Gilliland, William Byron, and Brad Keselowski are all still in competitive shape. So we got a mix-up here. We've still got some top drivers in this, but you also got some underdogs. Van Gisbergen can be there if they just repair this car. The 17, I don't know, it's going to be very 50-50 for them. And again, that 47 is going to be in the way once this field runs him down. As we come through to start lap 41 of this race, we still have 148 laps to go here from Talladega. I got a feeling my throat's going to be sore by the time we get to the checkered flag here. We got a report from the garage. Sean Sinclair in the garage area says, as soon as Denny Hamlin was released from the care center, NASCAR officials dragged him away to the NASCAR hauler. Now, is that just Hamlin, or how about the 60 of Preece and maybe the 45 as well? What's the situation on those guys? Connor Zilish as well has a real chance of getting a good result here this weekend. Half of Hendrick Motorsports got wiped out in that accident. It's just Kyle Larson and William Byron remaining. Joe Gibbs Racing in a similar scenario. Hamlin and Briscoe done for the day, and now it's just Bell and Gibbs. RCR still has their cars of Kyle Busch and Austin Dillon up here in the mix. Penske Racing, actually, I think Penske Racing is in the best scenario right now because you still got the 2, the 12, and the 22, and the 21. So I'd say Penske's in the best situation, best position of anybody. And again, what does the fuel situation come down to? I think that yellow puts us in a one-stop scenario. What lap, does anyone remember what lap they came in on that caution? They're still racing 4 wide. We have 21 good cars up here, and they're still trying to go 4 wide. We're trying to wipe out any good cars we have left, I feel like, here in stage 1. Figgy Earnhardt's going to replace Alex Bowman. Preece and Reddick still in the care center. They're both under concussion protocol. Meanwhile, the helicopter is about to take off to take Chase Elliott to the hospital. Everybody say your of course, give your thoughts to the number 9 of Chase Elliott. We will await an update on his condition. That was a massive impact for the Napa Auto Parts number 9 Chevrolet. Not the worst crash in the world. But it was a very severe crash for that number 9, regardless. They pitted lap 22, but then they pitted again. Remember, we had the massive crash, and they pitted again. I think it's a one stop. I think they can do this on one more stop. We are seeing this pack really start to calm down now. Things are calming down a lot. Zilish still out in front. How far away are we? Are they going 4 wide back here? No, they're not. How far away are... Okay, so the 47 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. halfway down the back straightaway. This is only like a lap away from happening. The leaders are going to run down this 47 within a lap. Then it's going to be the 42, and then 35 eventually they'll get there. But they're going to be on this 47 here within the next lap. So now it's going to be about, where is this 47 of Stenhouse going to line up? Keep in mind, this is not real life. It's AI. That 47 is not going to move out of the way. He's going to keep himself directly in front of these leaders. If I could black flag the 47, I would, just to move him out of the way. But unfortunately, the command doesn't work on an AI car. So they're going to be running him down. Kyle Larson now is going to go to the lead here on that HendrickCars.com Chevrolet as they head down this back straightaway. Stenhouse update. There he is, and you can see the lead pack in the background. Oh, I can DQ him. I don't want to DQ him, though, because it's like, he ain't doing anything wrong. So I won't DQ him. But it's about to get dicey. Here we go. Kyle Larson, second lane. Gibbs inside. Where do they go? Where does the 47 go? Will this create more chaos? Into turn one we go. And if you are on the inside, get ready to check up. Gibbs lunges to the top. Hocevar is going to have to lift. That entire inside line is going to have to lift. Now Stenhouse goes up to the third lane. Are you kidding me? Ricky Stenhouse says, I'm going to block Kyle Larson. Ty Gibbs is gone. Gibbs runs away down this back straightaway. That's going to be another problem because this pack is going to absolutely be hauling the mail up to the back of him. Stenhouse is going to keep himself planted here in the middle lane. And if you're on the top, Kyle Larson again, they're going to get planted in behind that 47 one more time. And as they head down through this tri-oval, they're going to be all looking to get back down to the inside here. As now Zilish is in trouble as well on that third lane. Kyle Larson has been following Stenhouse wherever he can possibly follow him and ruining himself. And now Zilish is going to get the short end of the stick because he's going to be all on his own. Zilish could be at risk unless he gets down right here. He's got to get down. He's got to get down. There he goes. Zilish should be able to hang on to the draft. But that, oh my goodness, that really twists things up right there. The next obstacle is going to be that guy, the 42. You can also do things like exclamation point, lap plus, and minus number. So what does that do? Is there any way, like, should we... Chat, what do you think? If a car is that slow, like the 47, should we deem that they have not made minimum speed and get them off the racetrack? Because obviously they're not going to be they're not adding anything to the racing product. And the 42, I think we need to consider as well. So will that, oh god, the 42 is right there. Will that command work? Can you give me that command again? The DQ command? We'll let them work through the 42, and then we're going to give the commands. If you're that slow in the way, it's time for you to get off the racetrack. All right, we'll let them navigate the 42. I don't want to do it right in the middle of it. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. We've got a crash again. Dylan's involved. We have a caution, and you know what? That could have gone a lot worse. That could have gone a lot worse. We only lose one car in that. Austin Dillon drove straight into the left rear of the 42. Yellow is out again. Go back to ARCA, Austin Dillon. There you have it. Oh my goodness. Okay, we are going to disqualify both the 42 and the 47 at least. That 42 might have enough damage now to be done. Oh my goodness gracious. That was something. 42 in the way. Okay, what's the command again? DQ number. Okay, hopefully it works. We'll find out. Let's try it right now while we're under yellow. So, exclamation point, DQ. Do I have to do hashtag or just straight up the number? Let's try. 47. How do we know if that worked? Did that work? Oh, okay, I see. Hashtag and number. Thank you. DQ number 47. Why does my volume keep coming up when I do that? I don't know if that worked. I have no idea. Did that work or not? We have a mixed bag of strategy as well, by the way, as that's all happening. We have 47 still rolling. That's a concern. Gibbs pits. Just Ty Gibbs. And McDowell, sorry. McDowell as well. And Brad Keselowski. Try slash after the 47. You need to have the update 16. Oh, that might be an issue. What's the update 16? I don't even know what that is. Yeah, I don't think it's working then either. Dang, that's unfortunate. We're going to have to, I mean, hopefully those cars. Yeah, that doesn't work. Hopefully they can get repairs, but they didn't pit. But they are a lap down, so they couldn't pit. So they might pit this time around. They could make some repairs to the 47 and the 42 and get, like, a little bit faster. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. Oh, I see. So I need to download a different EXE. Okay. I'm going to have to look into that. See if I can download that. Oh, what in the world? All these guys are coming in. They're coming in. Very interesting. So everyone else that didn't pit on that last go around have come in now. Looks like fuel only. Let's see what the 42 and the 47 do. It doesn't really look like many repairs at all there. What about the 42? The 42 is going to have to spend some more time in the pits, right? That 42 is definitely doing some repairs, but there he goes now. Austin Dillon's going to need some repairs. So, Ty Gibbs, Keselowski, and McDowell, they pitted a lap before. And now they'll stay out this time. Blaney and everybody else pits. So, these three are going to go to the top three. Very interesting strategy. And there we go. They'll be going green this time by. So again, the 47 and the 42 are a lap down. Unfortunately, we don't have what we need to get them out of this race. That 5 car is... Do we have an issue here with the 5? What is Kyle Larson doing here? Kyle Larson is crab walking here. It's on StuNode, an unofficial EXE update. Okay, I'll keep that in mind then. Thank you. Try a space between DQ and number. Haven't I already done that? Like DQ space number. What if I do like something like that? Yeah, it doesn't work. What is going on here, boys? Oh, they're starting to roll. They're going now. They're trying to go. All right, they're double filing. I don't know. We'll see if they catch up. If they don't catch up, we'll throw another yellow. All right, looks like they're good. Okay, that was weird. That was really weird. They're rolling now. Very weird, but it looks like Are they going to catch up or not? They're going to catch them right at the green, I think. So we'll let it go. They're going to catch them right here. It's going to be weird. So we're going to go back racing. And you're going to have two. Yeah, that second pack's going to roll. Oh, my God. Oh, no. We're going to go back green. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Kyle Larson. Okay, they're checking up at least. Kyle Larson's going to take a run all the way to the outside. Okay, we're good. False alarm. Everybody's good. We're good. That could have gotten very ugly very quick. I thought they were all going to just come together and just start crashing. Yeah, Kyle Busch, 2012 Daytona type restart right there. So this is still, after all the chaos we have had, we're 4 wide again. This is still a one-stop stage because of just, you know, the length of this first stage. It's crazy how many yellows we've had in just one stage so far as Ty Gibbs is going to lead. Let's take a look again at the cars with damage. Stenhouse and Nemechek. These two were obstacles last time around. It looks like they have definitely not a lot of speed, but it looks like they're a little bit better off than what they were. That's not saying much, though. So Ty Gibbs leads with Gregson to the inside. I'll tell you what we're going to do, folks. We don't know how the rest of this race is going to play out, of course. But if we come down to the end of this race, and it looks like the main pack of cars is going to run down a slow car with a couple laps left, we might throw a debris caution to avoid that happening. So then they can restart at speed and not have to worry about slow cars changing the outcome of the race. Just a possibility. Will you stream the IRL races? Goal is to do a watch-along stream tomorrow of O'Reilly, assuming it's not raining or anything. What time is the O'Reilly race? $4 o'clock for O'Reilly. Oh, dang. I didn't realize it was that late. I have a career mode video going up tomorrow, but I don't know. Maybe it won't now because of that. We'll see. If the race is not rained out, I will stream a watch along. If there is a rain delay, I probably won't bother. But yeah, if it looks like they're gonna run it, I'll be going live. Ty Dillon leads here down the spec straight. How about Austin Dillon? Some damage on that number 3, obviously. He drove right into the back of Nemechek. But he's holding servant. And Shane Van Gisbergen, SVG's number 97. It looks like they've gotten some repairs finally on this car because now he's at least holding serve. He's not dropping off the main pack. He's up here in the conversation. So SVG, it looks like he's got just enough speed to hold on. I don't know if you're going to really see that 97 go forward, but he's at least up here. Austin Dillon, he's barely hanging on, but I think he's going to lose that draft. Busher, again, kind of on an island of his own. Herbst as well. And then you got these two goblins right here. Now, these two now are similar speeds, which actually helps everybody because they gain a little bit of speed. They're going just a little bit faster than they are on their own. So this makes things a little less hectic for the main pack when they run them down, but it's still going to be an obstacle nonetheless. How does your NR2003 never crash? Well, we had to restart this race because the game crashed. So trust me, it crashes. Pandy pause. You have heard about to take a break. Lap 60 down this back straightaway. And you got 3 wide for the lead. Ryan Blaney on the inside, Christopher Bell in the middle, Ty Dillon on the far outside in that 3rd lane. Chat, shall we do a little side-by-side action here? We're going to go side-by-side as Ryan Blaney leads coming to lap 61. I'm a proud partner with Next Level Racing, who specifies in building the best sim racing cockpits in all of sim racing. I use the GT Racer 2.0, but they go beyond sim racing. They as well dive into flight simulator cockpits and even haptic gaming pads for you to really feel the game. Use my code GOIN5 for a 5% discount with a link in the description. Doesn't that get you immersed? It's all about the immersion, Bobby Birch. Use my code GOIN5 at the Next Level Racing website. This is Fox. This is going on Fox right here. Bubba Wallace out in front as they head down into turn number 1, lap 62. We've still got 37. Right? 37 laps to go in stage 1. Who thought this was a good idea to have a 98 lap stage 1? Because watching this play out in NR2003 makes it a little bit more real. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is a super long stage. But nonetheless, their hope is that it removes a lot of fuel saving, of course, throughout stage 2 and stage 3. But I tell you what, did anyone consider the idea? Did anyone consider the fact that what if? Because you're not gonna lose if you execute your pit stop correctly. You're not gonna lose a lap pitting under green here in Talladega. So what if we got guys in the back of the pack, you know, in stage 2, and they're struggling to make up track position? They say, well, heck, what if we all pit? Half the pack's gonna pit to try and get track position, because then they'll go to the front at the end of stage 2, because everyone else that didn't pit will. And now half the pack up front is backing up everybody because they're going to be saving fuel because they pitted early to get the track position to start stage 3. I think that might be a problem. But we'll see. Only one way to find out. I'm hopeful it's going to be a good race this weekend at Talladega, as Bubba Wallace is in control. SVG, Shane Van Gisbergen, unfortunately has dropped off the main pack there in that number 97. Then you got Austin Dillon. Austin Dillon with some damage from that crash earlier with the 42. Chris Buescher as well. He's running 193 compared to 194, 196, 195 on that 97. And then you got Riley Herbst, who's running 191 miles per. Actually, I think these two right here, I think we might have a 3-car trio on the way, because they, I don't know, 193 for the 35 into turn 3. Let's see what these guys are doing. 193, so they're running pretty well the same pace. These two here, thankfully, like I said earlier, these two together are running faster than they are alone, so the main pack is going to run them down, but like I said, they're not going to be as slow as they were earlier. They're going to be an obstacle nonetheless, as Kyle Larson's got control now, and that Hendrick car is number 5. Through 3 and off turn 4, Austin Cindric here on the conversation. The main pack has calmed down quite significantly here. But of course, we now know there's going to be an obstacle. Every time they come up to some lapped cars, it's going to be problematic. We just saw it, of course, last time when the 3 came together with the 42. I think you're right, Bobby Birch. I think they are going to be saving in stage 2. I agree. I do think that's going to happen. There is still a pit stop necessary to make it to the end of stage 1, so do be prepared for that. Will we see green flag pit stops? If we had not had all these cautions, we would have already had at least one stop, and we'd be probably just now coming up on the second green flag stop at this point. But now we've got a 4, 5 car, 6 car breakaway on the inside line. And I mean, we continue to see, you know, some 3x3x3, and now it's kind of single filing out. But here comes Ty Gibbs saying, hey, I got to go. I'm making a move. And now Ty Gibbs to the inside of Kyle Busch. What a terrible season it's been for the number 8 Richard Childress driver. And of course, Kyle Busch looking to get back on form. One of his most recent wins in the NASCAR Cup Series was right here in Talladega back in 2023. I guess that was his second to last win. Was at Talladega. Of course, his last win, most recent win being at Gateway that year. It's not been pretty for Kyle Busch. I would love to see him turn it around a little bit, but I think it's going to take a lot for that number 8 team to get on track to where they need to be. As here we go. Everyone calmed down for a few minutes, and now we're getting a little bit more of that 3 wide action. Joey Logano is, I'm not sure what's gone on there, but the 22's kind of gotten disconnected from this main pack as well. Obviously, SVG, now that he's lost connection to the main pack, he has continued to drop back. Logano's just got, like, ever so slightly that draft, but he's about 2 to 4 miles per hour off of that main pack right now. So we'll wait and see if Logano can hang on. We got 4 wide here. This is a 20 car pack, if that. Not even. It's an 18 car pack, and we have got 4 wide action still throughout. And Ty Gibbs now, with help from a Toyota teammate. No, they're going to split. They're going to go 3 wide with Larson into turn 1. Jones on the inside, Gibbs middle, Larson top. Ross Chastain going to follow through with what looks like right now to the inside with the 43. Larson's going to come back down, settle in behind that number 40 or 54 of Ty Gibbs, and jump all the way back up to the outside here. And looking back up, here we go, folks. The 42 and the 47, you see it. There they are. And in the background, here they are, the main pack. Joey Logano still a little ways behind. But you know what's going to help Joey Logano is these 2 lap cars. Slowing up this main pack is going to bring Logano right back up to these guys. So here we go. It's all going to be about where these 2 go, because we are about to find out. Will we see more chaos? It was a single car crash. Austin Dillon drove straight into the back of the 42 last time around, and now they are all 3x3. This is the worst time possible to be 3x3 as they come through the tri-oval and approaching the 47 and the 42. Less than 30 laps to go in stage 1. And now we're going 4 wide. 2 rows of 4 wide. This is not smart. This is not smart. Here we go out of turn 2. Ty Dillon and the rest of the field coming up to the back. And Van Gisbergen, and is that, oh no, that's Riley Herbst, sorry, that's in the way. And here comes the 88 of Zilish to the inside. Steno stays over to the right. That's a good move. Nemechek's not really staying out of the way. Now they're trying to get out of the way. And now Connor Zilish is going to skyrocket to the front of the field as they exit turn number 4. And now Chastain's trying to get down, and you can see again, like I said earlier, they're not as slow as they were earlier, but they're still, I mean, just backing up the pace. And now the 42's in the way, and these guys on that 3rd lane behind Stanos, they need to get down, because if you don't, you're going to be at risk of losing the draft once you guys complete the passes here. So Bubba Wallace and Eric Jones, these 2 need to get down, and they need to do it right now, which they do so far, but they also need to make sure they don't get held up behind the 42 of John Hunter Nemechek, because if they get held up by him, that's going to be another problem. Zilish is going to get taken 3 wide. Wallace is going to get down. They'll hold on to the draft. But it's not done yet, because keep in mind, that guy. We got the 35 of Riley Herbst. That's also going to be a bit of an obstacle. Look at the spread this has created here. This might make it a bit easier through getting through this lap car. I say that, but Riley Herbst is going to run the inside. And here goes Ty Dillon to the outside now, and Kyle Busch is going to stay in behind. And goodbye, Ty Dillon. There he goes out in front. And oh my goodness, Herbst drives up the track across the nose of the 8. He's going to cover every lane possible down this back straightaway. And Ty Dillon is just going to drive away as they head down into turn 3. He is literally covering all lanes right now, this 35. Now he gets caught in the middle lane as Ty Dillon's going to be a sitting duck once this is all said and done. Through this tri-oval, actually the 35, oh, we're going to be 4 wide here. 4 wide through the tri-oval now. Oh my goodness. I got to give credit to the 35. He's not holding them, now that he's gotten the draft and he's up to speed, he's actually holding serve a little bit now. So it's not like he's just backing up every lane he's in. He's still slow, but it's not to a point where it's absolutely ruining the momentum of the pack when he's done it. So everyone's actually going to pile up here back together. And as well, don't look now, but you also got the 17 and the 3 that they are going to run down at some point here in the near future. But they're going to probably be in a similar scenario to that 35 of Riley Herbst, where they're going to be super slow. But once they actually get some draft, they actually might hold on a little bit here. They do just keep coming. It's so annoying. This was one of my biggest annoyances playing NR2003 at super speedways. You know, when we did like the simulation series a few years back. Oh, Josh Berry, now the 35's in trouble. He's lost draft. Berry has to get down or it's going to be game over for him. He'll be losing the draft. Ricky and Nemechek are right there down the back straightaway, halfway down the back. 21's in trouble. Josh Berry just got screwed. He is going to need a caution. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Now, it's not the end of the world because he should not go a lap down before the end of the stage. I think Berry's going to maintain the lead lap. He's finally going to clear the 35, but the problem is, look at the gap. Does he have draft or not? He's still going 205, 206 into turn 1. We'll wait and see. We'll give it a couple laps, but I think he's going to be in a little bit of trouble. More 4 wide. Briefly in the middle of this small pack. 18 car pack. Now 17 cars if you exclude the 21. But now, just once these guys have all got back up together, we got another car coming. It's going to be the 17 of Chris Buescher. They're going to be running down here in another couple laps. If you get the EXE, you can give Lucky Dogs and waiver rounds and DQ very slow driving. As soon as we're done streaming here, I'm going to go get that. I'm going to go get that EXE to make sure we have that for, you know, next time and beyond at that point. Any chance the ticker's working yet? No, it's not. I think Berry's holding on. He's not really losing anything. But you're right, the 17 is going to help him regardless, but he's still kind of maintaining here. But here we go. They're into the tri-oval. Chris Buescher has a chance of holding on pretty well here. And same for that 3 of Austin Dillon when they catch him. And we're going to find out because here we go into turn 1. It's going to be Kyle Larson with Connor Zilish. Wheel to wheel. Wallace on the inside. They're 3 wide for the lead. You do not want to be on the inside. Now you don't want to be in the middle because the 17 jumps up and he is going to be smack dab covering 2 lanes. The middle and the top. Now he commits to just 1 lane to the top. Byron's going to jump down, leave out the number 5 of Kyle Larson into turn number 3. This outside line is going to fade. Now the 17's holding a half-decent pace. It's not the end of the world, but it's still not ideal for these main top runners now. And Josh Berry is already back. Josh Berry's passing cars now. That's 21 has gotten back up front and or at least into the main pack, and he is rolling now. 17 actually gets out of the way, which is what you love to see right there. Actually, how about that? 17 says, I'm going to pull out a line. And now they got to get through, oh yeah, then they'll have the 97 of Van Gisbergen as well, won't they? So that's going to be another one. But the 3 of Austin Dillon down this back straightaway. Oh my goodness, look at the closing rate, folks. That is insane. Watch out, because the 12 of Blaney's going to have to lift behind that 3. And if you're on the inside, look at the second lane just getting steamrolled into turn 3. Oh, we got pit stops. Here we go. Cars coming in. The 43, the 2, the 71, the 4, and the 54 all come in. They are going to need to execute clean pit stops here to stay together and be in that draft together. That Right there, you pit now, you will be able to go to the end of the stage 1, which concludes in 19 laps. So they got to do 19 laps to the end of the stage, so expect to see more cars pitting over the course of this next lap. Let's get a look at what's going on in the pits. There's the number 2 of Cindric. It looks like they're doing... It looks like 4 tires. You see the left sides being jacked up. Definitely 4 tire stops for all these guys here currently in the pit lane. Cindric's going to get rolling. It's taking a minute for that 2 to get rolling. Let's watch here off turn 4. Will we see more drivers come in? Yes, we will. Kyle Busch, Barry, Hocevar, Zilish, Blaney, and the 17, the lap car as well. Busch are going to come in as they head down this front straightaway. They are going to lose a lap here, and there's going to be a lot of separation. The 43 is way out in front over Cindric. McDowell, they're all separated. That is very poor execution right there. Lots of separation. And we'll take another look at this next group of pitters now as you got Blaney coming in. Zilish and Busch and Barry is already rolling as well as they'll head towards the pit exit. Herbst as well coming in, one of the lap cars, and it looks like, again, we're going to see a lot of separation. Let's watch here off turn 4 again. We're about to see even more drivers coming into the pits. This time, Wallace, Keselowski, Gilliland, Larson, Byron, Logano, and Austin Dillon. So far, we've had very clean pit stops. Oh, Josh Berry. How about Josh Berry got way out in front of this entire group? And then you got this next group here coming around that have already come into the pits just a few laps prior, led by that 2 of Austin Cindric. Josh Berry has executed a brilliant pit stop sequence. And now, oh, the 10. Oh my goodness, Josh Berry veers up across the nose of the 10. The 20's in, the 1's in, the 10's in. Eric Jones, that is the dumbest move I've seen of the race right there. Eric Jones going to stay out on his own. He is going to pretty well ruin his stage. Yeah, Kyle Busch did have a slow pit stop. You're right, he is just getting rolling now, isn't he? So very slow stop there. And all these guys are now coming out. Kyle Larson, very slow stop on the 5 as well, by the way. Everybody is pretty well separated right now, which is going to make it a very interesting run to the end of the stage because everyone's going to be trying to just link back up together. And Bubba Wallace, as Eric Jones, has Eric Jones come in? Yeah, I don't know. But Bubba Wallace, I think, is going to be the leader of this race once all is said and done here. Here comes that 43 who's right now, again, staying on the racetrack is that 43 of Eric Jones. This is going to be the race for the lead right here. Oh, wait, did Jones already pit? Based off the leaderboard, I think the 43 already pitted. I think we completely missed the 43 pitting. It looks like he came in. Because, look, he's on... the 23 is ahead of him. For position. Well, he was. Now he's... I think Jones already pitted. We just completely missed the fact that he did. Yeah, we are blind. Eric Jones already pitted, folks. And now he's going to go to the lead of this race. Jones to the lead with Bubba Wallace. It's a Toyota. 1, 2, 3. Josh Berry into 4th with a lot of momentum. Here he comes with Ford help from the 34. Who's going to hang him out? Well, there you go. All the momentum from the 21 just died. It has been a trend that everyone hangs out the 21 all race long. Most of the pack, in fact, did stay intact, but here towards the back, Kyle Larson and Ryan Blaney in the most trouble. They are not with this main group. That is 17th and 18th. Kyle Busch had a slow pit stop. Nowhere to be found is that number 8 of Kyle Busch. He could be at risk of going a lap down by the time stage 1 comes to an end, because Kyle Busch right now is only in the middle of 1 and 2. And there's the pack here with now 14 laps to go in stage 1. Stage 1 is just so brutally long. Once we get through stage 1, this race is going to get a lot faster. Oh boy, here we go. Shane Van Gisbergen The next obstacle for this field into the corner. Here we go. Where's that 97 going to be? Right in front of the leaders. On the inside line, forces the 20 up to the outside, and, well, how about that? No one really seems to get in front. That 34 and the 24 have a bit of a close call, and now the 34 is kind of on an island of his own briefly. Bell's going to get hung up, and here comes William Byron to the lead here in Talladega, and Barry's going to get back to the front, and you know what? Shout out SVG, because that just brought a whole lot of cars right back together here as they head through one. But the 20 of Christopher Bell, not going to be the biggest fan of Shane Van Gisbergen right now. And that number 97, Hocevar, is going to be back up here as well. And then you got Gregson in the background, the 54 of Ty Gibbs, the 22 of Joey Logano, Larson, and Blaney, of course, all the way through to 18th right there. They're just basically finishing out the stage to get that caution and rejoin with the rest of the pack that now Ross Chastain's got control of briefly. We are 4 wide through the tri-oval one more time. What were you playing, PH? Yeah, Josh Berry has gone all over the place here today. From the back to the front, back to the back again, all the way back to the front one more time. Another update here. Gregson, Gibbs, Logano, Larson, and Blaney. They'll be all right. They'll be able to stay on the lead lap here. And we are going to, one more time, we are going to be blessed with the main pack having to deal with the 47 and the 42 one more time in stage 1 before the stage comes to an end. And then Kyle Busch. Oh, this is gonna be tight for Kyle Busch, of course. He's going to be hoping either for a caution or, yeah, really just for a caution. I think that main pack is gonna get him. I don't have the EXE, I guess, for the Lucky Dog. So if you go a lap down, at least today, we'll try to get this changed for next time. But today, you're not gonna get a free pass if you go a lap down. Just got a report from Bob Pockris, who's reporting from the hospital. He is informed Chase Elliott has suffered a broken leg and arm. Breaking news. Chase Elliott, broken leg, broken arm. What kind of timeline are we looking at on that? How many months? That's going to be a while. That's going to be at least a couple months right there for the number 9. For Chase Elliott, if you missed it earlier, we'll take a look at the end of stage 1 at what you might have missed, because you have missed some chaos. And we might be about to get more. We got 10 laps to go, coming in 9 laps to go in stage 1, and you got the 42 and the 47 right in front of your leaders as they exit turn 4. Connor Zilish has been up front, honestly, maybe more than anybody else today. He's going to slip through until the 42. Jumps down to the inside. Stenos covers one lane. Nemechek covers the other. And now here we go to the inside for Connor Zilish. 9 laps to go in this first and opening stage, and these 42s and 47s continue to stack things up now down into turn 1. The double team it is. Shane Van Gisbergen is going to have something to say about this. He's going to try and get back up here in the conversation. And now Stenos is going to veer down to the second lane in front of Eric Jones. And if you're Jones, you got to get down right now. Jones has got to get down. He does. Okay, Jones is good. The next concern is the 21. I swear, every time it's Josh Berry getting screwed over. I mean, every single time. That 21. I got a feeling Josh Berry is going to win this race because he's getting screwed over every time. Which means that somehow, some way, things have to work out for him at some point. And William Byron's in trouble. 24 is in big trouble. He's going to definitely lose the draft because he's got 2 slow cars that he's got to work with right now. Yeah, that's big trouble for the 24. He'll get down now, but too little too late, I think, for William Byron. Again, Gibbs. Oh, yeah, look at that. Logano's actually dropped a little ways back. You got Gibbs and Gregson, Larson, and Blaney doing the tandem draft, and Logano all on his own. If you're Joey Logano, you're probably not worried. You know a caution's coming in a few laps. They're going to get back on to the main pack. Those guys have nothing to worry about, but who does have something to worry about is Kyle Busch. 7 laps to go in stage 1. And Kyle Busch is going to be in trouble. Now, if Kyle Busch gets caught by the main pack, a slow pit stop for the number 8. If the main pack catches him, not if, when they catch him, if Kyle Busch can just beat the leader to the line at the green-white checkered for the stage, he will stay on the lead lap and save his race. But he's going to have to beat all of these guys back to the checkered for stage 1. AJ Allmendinger fans, he only suffered a concussion, should hopefully be back in a few weeks. That's good news for AJ Allmendinger. Well, I guess not good news that he has a concussion. We saw a big flip early for Allmendinger as well. Oh, looks like these guys got split up. Yeah, they did, because of that 47 and the 42. And everything is all kinds of separated right now. And here comes Carson Hocevar. But we are about to group up everybody once more in about 5 laps. Just 5 more laps once we get back to the start-finish line. Kyle Busch is on the verge of going a lap down. He's not going to be able to do much here, but we know he's got speed. He just simply had a bad pit stop. He's going to block that 88 of Zilish. He's going to force the hand of Connor Zilish. He's going to send him 3 wide to the top. And Kyle Busch is already doing whatever he can to stay in front of everybody, because if he goes a lap down, as PH asks, no, we don't have the free pass. We should have the free pass starting next time when I download the new EXE. But as of right now, there is no free pass. And Kyle Busch is on the verge of, oh my goodness, we got Riley Herbst as well in the way. This could actually help Kyle Busch depending on where that 35 positions himself right here into turn 3. Let's see. Hocevar jumps up. He'll go around the outside. Kyle Busch going to follow through, but now they're going to split the 35. 3 wide around the outside. Busch goes through. He's clear. Is he clear to the inside? I can't tell. No, he's not. That 34 is still there. And Hocevar is all on his own out in front. Kyle Busch leading that second lane with just 4 laps to go here in stage 1. Top 10 all score stage points. Just a few laps remain. We'll get a yellow. We'll restack them all. And we'll run it back for another 45 laps as we're coming up on, well, we are now halfway. We are halfway through this race, and hard to believe we're halfway through this race and we're not even done the first and opening stage here from Talladega. And to keep things as immersive as possible, coming to 2 laps to go in stage 1, of course, it's time to go side by side, right? I'm a proud partner with Next Level. I'm joking. I'm joking. I wouldn't actually do that to you guys. 3 wide down the back straightaway into turn 3. Bubba Wallace leads. Kyle Busch needs to find a way to get in front, and I don't think it's going to happen. I think Kyle Busch is... he's going to have to do something. I think Kyle Busch needs to get down to the inside. Here we go. 2 laps to go in stage number 1. Josh Berry's up here. Keselowski as well. Will there be a car? Buescher, they should not catch Buescher. So we should have a good hard run to the end of the stage. Kyle Busch's race is pretty well on the line right here as they head down this back straightaway, coming to the final lap of stage 1. And Busch knows if he's trapped a lap down at the end of the stage, he's in trouble. Here comes Brad Keselowski to the inside of Bubba Wallace into turn number 3, and we're about to have a lead change. Here comes Chastain. We're going to be 3 wide, and again, Berry's going to get hung out 3 wide to the top. Story of the race has been that 21, with things going against him now as we approach the final lap of stage number 1. Keselowski leads lap 98. 1 lap to go here in this opening stage. Berry bails out of this main pack. He's got a little bit of help now. 1 lap to go. In stage number 1, Chastain to the inside. Now down the back straightaway, I have to put in the caution command. As they exit turn 2, we will throw that command down to signify the final lap of this first stage. Here we go. Yellow flag command goes out now. They race it back one more time. And it's all Chastain. Kyle Busch has no hope. Here comes the 88 of Connor Zilisch. Is he going to maybe steal the Stage 1 win? Chastain side by side with the 6 of Keselowski through 3 and off of turn 4. And clear of the 6 is the number 1 Kubota Chevrolet. Zilisch in line, pushing on the inside. Here comes McDowell to the inside of Zilisch for 2nd and 3rd. Chastain's in control. It's 3 wide for 2nd, but Ross Chastain wins the first and opening stage. 10 additional points to his name, and Josh Berry is going to round out the top 10. He'll score 1 point. Not the end of the world. I guess there's one positive. 21 does score a point. Caution is out. Kyle Busch trapped a lap down. That puts how many cars are on the lead lap? 18, which will also be, we have 19 cars that are full speed. One of those would be a lap down Kyle Busch. It is not impossible for Kyle Busch to get back on the lead lap. He could get back on the lead lap, only with help from caution timing. He would have to be in front of the pack, and then a caution would have to come out for that to actually happen. But now, if you are, William Byron, if you are Ty Gibbs, Kyle Larson, Gregson, Blaney, Logano as well, you are very, very happy to see that yellow, because you are now back up here with the main pack of cars. So pit stop's coming. Yeah, no free pass. No wave around. Like I said, hopefully, if we do simulate Texas, we should have that for Texas. The only positive here is all the lap cars do, for the restart, they will get out of the way at least. So that's one of the positives. So they don't restart right in the middle of the lead lap cars. Let's see the pit stops here. Keselowski putting on lefts there. 4 tires. Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson is... Oh, okay. I was a bit worried there. Keselowski will win the race out. It'll be Chastain, Zilisch, Jones. Actually, great stop for the 21 team. That'll put him into the top 5. Blaney's going to be the last one rolling. And then, of course, these lapped cars right here, they're all going to come down following this next lap. Kyle Busch, SVG. You got the 35, 42, and 47 all scored laps down at this point. Hello, Antonio. Welcome on in. How are you? Yeah, something always goes wrong for that 8 of Kyle, but I'm not going to write him off yet. We can still have chaos. We got enough cars for chaos. We got enough obstacles on the track for chaos. I'm not writing off this number 8 car yet. I think it could still... something could still happen. Let's get these guys to the pits. Yeah, they're all coming in. All right, they'll be going green this lap. Logano did not crash. He just lost the draft at the end of the stage. If you missed earlier, before we go green for stage 2, it's hard to believe we're just now starting stage 2 and we're already past the halfway point in this race. Earlier in the day, we had some chaos. AJ Allmendinger, the first one. Is this going to work? Here we go. Lap 20. Allmendinger goes up and over, including the 45 of Reddick. Hamlin involved, the 60 of Priest as well. 16 goes for a wild ride. And that wasn't the only one, because shortly thereafter, Chase Elliott as well finds himself. I think it was this lap right here, right? Yes, it was. The end of lap 31, Chase Elliott goes for a wild ride. Watch the 19 of Chase Briscoe. Briscoe has a piston failure in the tri-oval and veers left and causes a violent accident. Chase Elliott, horrific crash. And then watch Ryan Preece, Denny Hamlin, and Tyler Reddick pile in. Boom. We as well had a separate incident of Austin Dillon and a lap down 42 single car accident a little bit later on as well. But we're going green this time, and we'll be starting stage number 2. Ross Chastain won the opening stage here from Talladega. 98 laps in stage. Why is Kyle Larson going back again? Kyle Larson did that earlier, didn't he? Larson again goes all the way back there. That's weird. We had a report from Sean earlier. AJ Allmendinger, some concussion-like symptoms. Yeah, I already feel safe. Chase Elliott broke a leg, broke an arm. 9 car. Chase Elliott going to be out for a while after that one. Positives from that yellow, regroups all the fast cars back together. Some negatives, however. We still have the 42, the 47, the 35, the 3, the 17, and the 97 on the racetrack that are slow. But fortunately, they just had pit stops where hopefully they repaired a little bit more damage. So they're still going to be slow, but they might gain a few miles per hour extra. We'll find out pretty quick. Yeah, if Chase Elliott should be back somehow magically. Maybe we'll do the lure. We'll have Chase Elliott out of the car if we do this in Texas. We'll see. What do you guys think? Should we keep doing this? We're back underway. Stage number 2 here from Talladega Superspeedway, and it's going to be a much shorter stage because keep in mind it's a 45 lap stage number 2, and we've already burned laps out of the stage because, of course, the stage ended on lap 98. So this stage ends at the end of lap 143. Stage 2 end, conclusion of 143. So this is a one-stop stage. No matter how you look at it, they'll be pitting once and one time only. They'll be doing the same in stage 3. But we've only got, as they come back around through the tri-oval, you know, after the first lap of a start earlier, we still had 97 laps to go in stage 1. First lap complete under green in stage 2, and we've only got 40 laps to go here in the stage. So it's going to be a very different complexion. You're going to have to get after it. And already you've got Josh Berry. Josh Berry, and who could have seen that coming? Josh Berry gets hung out on the exit of turn 2. How about Shane Van Gisbergen? So far, kind of holding on. You see in the background, Stenhouse definitely off the pace. Is there? Oh my goodness, we're going to go 4 wide for the lead. 4 wide for the lead into the tri-oval. Connor Zilish, your rookie of the year, all the way to the outside on his own. He bails out of that one quick, making sure he does not get himself wiped out early on here in stage 2. And there they go. They get sorted out. Kyle Busch, who's 1 lap down in a world of getting back onto the lead lap. He's going to have to do it the old-fashioned way because of NR2003. And he has to get himself out in front of this pack. Kyle Busch needs to be leading this pack and have a caution. And with the way these guys have been racing, I would not rule that out of the realm of possibilities. Here comes Noah Gragson, and Kyle Busch is actually... Oh, Kyle Busch is after it. Here he goes to the end. Kyle Busch is going to go to the lead of this race. Sure enough, not the actual lead for position, but now Kyle Busch is in front of this entire pack, and a caution right now would put Kyle Busch back on the lead lap of this race here from Talladega. Let's take a really quick look back here. Let's look at some speed comparisons. Joey Logano, I don't know what's going on with that 22. He just seems to be a little bit lacking. Van Gisbergen, about 204 miles per hour. 100, not even hitting 200 in the 17. Same for the 3 and the 9 and the 35. I think these two have gotten slower. I think the 42 and the 47, I can't remember what they were doing earlier, but they're doing 191, 192. They've got some work to do. They're once again staying right there together. There's a tire in turn 3 and a fan on the catch fence, so not anymore. The 8-car dropped back a few spots. I think they got that sorted out. Maybe it'll come back, though, when the 8-car gets in front. And that rain, that cell of rain just moved away just after the 8 had lost that front spot in the pack. Joey Logano, we were just talking about him. Struggling. Here he is. And how about Josh Berry again, time and time again, this 21 car. I've got my eye on that Motorcraft 21 because it just seems like Josh Berry, time and time again, no matter what happens. And maybe this is why people keep shuffling him out of the main pack, because it seems like that 21 has the speed to win this race. There is 2 cars that we have seen up front a lot. The 21, he always gets shuffled, but we've seen him up front a lot. And the 88, Connor Zilish, we have seen him running up front a lot as well. Right now, however, it's William Byron, Carson Hocevar 1-2 with Bubba Wallace.